This video will guide you through the assembly process of the Munich. For this assembly, you'll need the following tools: Phillips screwdriver, a set of wrenches, box cutter, wire cutter, T-wrench, tire pressure gauge. The first step is to remove the bike out of the box. First, use the wire cutter to cut the straps on the box. Using a box cutter, cut the box along the indicated lines. Inside the box, you should find the following: front wheel, fender, wheel caps, charger, carrying case, rubber mat, pedals, pedal cranks, mirrors, toolkit, U-lock, cell phone holder, water bottle, rain poncho, screws and mounts, and a repair kit. After removing the bike from the box, your bike should look close to the following. To install the front fender, first attach the two screws and nuts on the fender and remove the cover. In order to remove the screws on the fork where the fender will attach, you must first detach the front headlight. Start by removing the screws located near the ignition and glove box. Remove the headlight and detach the connected wires. Now you can easily remove the 4 screws on the fork. Slide the fender in place and reattach the screws on the fork. Reattach the cover and secure the screws and nuts on the fender. To reattach the headlight, connect the wires and hoist it in place. Attach the screws near the ignition and the glove box. Let's install the front wheel. Start by removing the nut, washer, drop washer, and spacer from the axle and slide the axle out of the drum brake. Take the drum brake and attach it to the front wheel. Slide the axle through the center. Slowly lower the fork. Make sure it aligns to this groove on the fork. Place the spacer on the other side of the axle. Continue by placing the drop washer, and nut on the drum brake side of the axle. Do the same for the other side. Tighten the nuts on both sides with a wrench. Lastly, twist the wheel caps in place on both sides of the axle. Let's now check the battery. Using the key provided, open the seat compartment and lift the bike seat to reveal the battery. Plug this cord to the battery port. To charge the battery, plug the charger to the port located in front of the seat and the other end into a 110 volt outlet. Pay attention to the indicator lights. Red means the battery is charging, green means it is fully charged. To start your e-bike, insert the key in the ignition and turn. Test the motor by slightly turning the handlebars to activate the throttle. The switches for the headlight, tail light, front and rear turn signals are located near the handlebars. Check to make sure the headlight and turn signals on the front are working. Make sure to check if the rear turn signals are working properly in addition to the brake lights. To install the carrying case, place the rubber mat on the mount, then the carrying case on top. Make sure to line up the holes with the slots and place the 4 screws through the top. Slide the mounting plate from underneath and fasten the 2 nuts provided. Do the same for the other mounting plate. Secure all 4 nuts on the bottom with a wrench and tighten all 4 screws on top with a screwdriver. Close the lid and the carrying case is installed. To install the mirrors, simply screw in the mirror to the appropriate side. Tighten the attached nut with a wrench. Do the same for the other side. Make sure to tighten the nut attached to the mirror. The last piece you'll need to install are the pedals. This bike does not have similar pedals. Check the markings on each pedal to determine which side they should go on. Use a T-wrench or a screwdriver to detach the covers on the pedal cranks. Remove the nut where the pedal crank will attach. Push the pedal crank in and reattach the nut. Tighten it with a T-wrench. Attach the cover. Then attach the pedal in place and tighten it with a wrench. Repeat these steps on the opposite side. Note that the pedal cranks should be parallel and pointing in opposite directions. Attach the pedal and tighten it with a wrench. Check to ensure that the chains properly spin when the pedals are rotated. Before you ride your bike, take 60 seconds to perform a quick check. Check the tread on the tires and use a tire pressure gauge to make sure your tires are at 40 psi. Check your brakes and brake lights by applying pressure on the brake levers. Check your headlight, tail light, and both front and rear turn signals. Look out for any loose nuts and bolts and tighten them. And lastly, check the battery charge by inspecting the battery indicator on the dashboard. Once you've finished performing the 60-second check, you're ready to go. Remember to always wear a helmet and observe the rules on the road. Be safe out there. If you experience any difficulties or have any questions, visit us at www.daymak.com.